Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, November 21st. US economic data shows mixed signals with positive surprises in existing home sales and jobless claims offset by negative surprises in the Philly Fed Index and Kansas City indices, alongside rising mortgage rates, creating all this uncertainty regarding the near-term outlook for US stocks and futures. Basically, the overall sentiment is neutral because we have a mixed bag of basically US inflation mixed, while officials project a return to the 2% inflation. Several economic indicators show negative surprises. Example, existing home sales change 3.4%, increasing the price. Leading index, UN leading index month over month, the negative. Philly Fed minus 5.5, and also US continuing jobless claims in the negative. But also in the positive, the jobless claims in the initial part and also existing home sales. Basically, it's a mixed bag of bad and good things. And based on yesterday's Nvidia earnings that were a little bit lackluster, investors were waiting for more. The expectations were super high. They beat, and they are still growing. But I think Nvidia is slowly losing a little bit of fuel and investors are taking profits. I don't think anyone in the world thinks that Nvidia is going to collapse or things like that. So if we go to the charts, we can see how this sentiment today at the open was really there. Google minus 5% was one of the reasons why we dropped down a lot. So the Nasdaq, basically in the 15-minute narrative chart, we had some kind of push during the overnight, but then the hammer drop at the open, and we are seeing again deep buyers. I didn't have any opportunity to trade. The criteria didn't meet my setup, so I didn't trade today. I was expecting a little bit more. If we check here, I was expecting a little bit more of manipulation down here, but we couldn't get that setup. So I was playing on the sidelines, watching Nvidia minus 1%, watching Google on news, basically that 6% because the Department of Justice targets Chrome and Android monopoly crackdown. Google it's in trouble, minus 5% is quite a lot. So based in this news and the mixed bag on the Nasdaq with a strong dollar, the only thing that is pushing is the Russell. We can see here the RSP, the equal weighted ETF. We can see that is pushing 1.32. There's not a lot of indicators for momentum or long-term inflows, but still we have to think about that because look at banks are pushing. But in terms of Nasdaq, I mean, we are still, for the forecast, we are still in a range, in a huge range that we can see here, managed by this top. We are now trying to reclaim 20,900s, and we are doing higher lows in here, but they are pretty scary because in the higher time frames, for example, on the daily, we can see, I told you on my weekly recap that we can see that the daily inverse fair value gap is being respected. Be really careful. There's strong candles that bulls are pushing, but if these bulls are buying and sellers jumping again, we might see a strong pullback. So we are certainly in an uncertain situation, so we will have just to wait and see, because the economic landscape presents a lot of complex pictures. And don't forget about the geopolitical instability, the ongoing war in Ukraine, Russia's missile launches, and the ICC arrest warrants for Israeli and Hamas leaders create significant uncertainty and potential for huge market disruption. So take it easy and let's see when the market tells us, okay, it's time for stability, is to push. I'm waiting to buy. There's a little bit of deep buyers in the long term, but I don't think this market still has any clear clue of where it wants to go. That's all from my side. As always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel because I upload videos like this one every single day for market forecasts, market updates, and market recaps. I appreciate your time. As always, discipline, patience, risk management are key for your success. Stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.